Listen to what he says.
So you're saying if God existed and you disagreed with his commands, you would go your own way?
Of course.
I'm only assuming, but I'm pretty sure most Christians heard that and thought like, wow, this guy's mad ignorant mixed with a whole lot of stupid. A few months ago, that's exactly what I thought. I thought like, what is wrong with this dude to even say?
Let me ask you then, if historic Orthodox Christianity were true, would you become a Christian?
I would need more information.
Jesus said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments.
Yeah. I would say I would become...
No, if it were true.
Yeah. I'm saying then it would depend on what his commands are, whether I agreed with them.
Christians oftentimes show they're perfect. Like there's nothing wrong they do. Everything they do is pristine. It's on point. And that's scary for people that aren't Christians. So he's not really the problem for thinking that. It's really us Christians who have people thinking, don't stink. And we walk around as if we're God's gift to everybody. And, oh, no, we're just better than you, so we can call out your sin. That really rubs people the wrong way, to be honest. Because I know when I wasn't into God, I felt like I can't be perfect like that. I don't want to be perfect like that. I'm not going to try to stop doing all the stuff I do.
As a hypothetical, if he asked me to murder my son, I wouldn't do it.
What he said makes absolute sense. If he told me to kill my child, I'm not doing it. I'm not listening to him. So therefore, I don't even want to pursue being a Christian because I read that story. God told Abraham to go claim his son's life.
And
so I think that's rational to disobey if he asked me to do something.
Because us Christians, we don't really explain it correctly. They think God told him to go kill his son, knowing he was going to kill his son because God wanted him to bow down. Looking back, it's just like, come on, that's a ridiculous thought. Even though I used to think like that. There's nothing I can do, you can do, that'll make God better than he is. He didn't tell Abraham to go do that so he can show Abraham he's the man. He already know what Abraham would or wouldn't do. He wanted Abraham to see like, yo, you love me that much, you was willing to sacrifice your son. I want you to see how much you love me. That's why I believe he did that. And we Christians, we don't really teach them why God did that. Why God wants us to love him. He doesn't want robots just sitting there bound down to him. That's not what he's asking for.
so in order for us to have true love and true moral choice, he has to give us free will.
He wants us to feel that love. And when you feel it, you feel it. So that question.
But if you knew it was God.
Yeah, even if I knew it was God.
And you knew that God could resurrect your son.
Yep.
That man didn't even really understand it. When he says no, even if it was God, I wouldn't listen to him, it's because he doesn't really understand what's being asked. If he understood, he wouldn't say that. If it was more so, if you felt a love you've never felt, a love that surpasses the love you have for your own son, would you submit to him? Yes, he would submit. He just doesn't understand it like that. He's thinking an imperfect God who sits there and tell people to kill their children. I don't want to be on that team. I get that. I understand that. That's on us Christians. And we should be honest in the comments. If God right now, told you to go kill your child and you could not even deny that was God telling you this, I want you to go take your child and claim their life. And you knew your spouse would be against it, but that's what God was directing you to do it. Would you do it? Would you accept that? I'm talking to the Christians. Would you do that? Would you? Because I don't know if I would do that. I would love to believe for God there's nothing I wouldn't do. But when you have your child and you see your child, you hug your child, you love your child, you feel like, oh my God, for me to harm my child, that's impossible. Impossible. So we have to be honest and let them know, hey, some of us would deny God. Some of us would miss that mark. And we got to be honest. Let them know we're not perfect. Share your testimony. I'm telling you, it will help them. If you can answer this in the comments honestly, I guarantee it would help atheists. They would start understanding it different because they think we're just dummies who just like, okay, even though this guy would tell me to kill my child, I'm still going to follow. That's what they think. If you answer this honestly, I believe you would help a lot of atheists. If you knew you did something that caused 15% of the world's population to vanish in a horrible way, nobody knew you did it. But the world leaders had a press conference and said, whomever it was that did this, if you come forward, you will get 25 years in prison. But if we find out you did it, we're going to give you 50 years guaranteed. And then you overhear a message that shouldn't have been released where they're saying, yo, we don't know who did this. The only way we would know if this person actually admits to it on recording with their social security number with video of them doing it. That's the only way we would know they did it. We could prosecute them. Would you come out and say, you know what? It was me that caused 15% of the world's population to die. If you wouldn't do that, please just say it in the comment. Even if you would, I would love to hear it, because I believe I would do something like that, but I'm not 100% sure I would do that. If nobody knew I did it, for me to just say, you know what? I love God so much. I'm willing to receive all of this hate from people who lost their loved ones because of me. And I'm going to have to spend time in prison, guaranteed 25 years. I don't know if I would do that, but we have to be honest. We have to let them know some of us wouldn't do it. And we're still Christians. We're still loving God. We still believe we would do the right thing. But Peter, come on, 3 times, so come on. We have to be real. We have to show them we're real. We're not robots. We have feelings. We don't just think like, oh, we're just following a fairy tale. We don't believe that, because we have different experiences. When you're open, you're going to feel it different. I promise you. But just real quick, today is day 5. I haven't smoked a black and mild, and I'm trying to make it to day forever, but it's one day at a time. Today was probably more difficult than yesterday, but hey, it's day 5. Pray for me, where 2 or 3 is gathered in my name, y'all know the rest. Things will happen. So please pray for me. Keep me in prayer. I'll keep you in prayer, and I hope I see you tomorrow.
Is God going to ask you to kill your son?
No, it's just a hypothetical.
Yeah,
I'm just using it as
but given where we are now, we're past all the revelation in that regard. Yeah. If it were really true that Jesus is the Savior and loves you and wants to have a love relationship with you, would you enter that love relationship and accept what he's done?
Again, I think that I need more information about whether, like, what he's asking you to do and whether I agree with it.